Hey, hey. Hey, family. Happy New Year. Just wanted to come on for a few minutes. Um, give a update after my infusion that kind of went left on Tuesday. Got my happy birthday mug this morning. Yeah. I said I'm not gonna be on long. I said that I was gonna go live every day for the month of January. So I'm starting the day off on New Year's. Like I said, a Happy New Year. And what a there's no better time to start something than the first of the month, any month, you know. New new month, new season, new year. So today is the perfect day to start my 30 day, and it might go longer. I'm not sure. I might carry it on into February. I'm not sure. It just depends on how I'm feeling and what's going on. But I am definitely going to do my best to go live every day of January, even if it's just for 15 minutes. Hey, thank you for joining. Say hi. Where are you from? Um, like I said, I wanted to give an update. I've been getting some messages um, from my family members. Hey, hey, Ashley. Hey, hey, y'all. I've been getting some messages after my. I'm sorry, y'all hear that? That's my concentrator. Um, some messages wanting to know how I was doing after my treatment. Hey, Colton. Welcome. Sorry about that. That's my oxygen concentrator. um, like I said I'm not going to be on here long. I just came to give an update after my infusion. I have sarcoidosis, and so therefore I have to wear oxygen. It affects my lungs. I had an infusion treatment on. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm gonna be a lot better. Gonna be a lot better. I have after Tuesday. Yeah, after Tuesday, I now have 5 more treatments left. So I'm excited about that. Um, but I did get really sick during my infusion treatment Tuesday, and a lot of people that were on the live have messaged me asking me how I'm doing, if I'm okay. So I wanted to come on this morning and just let everybody know that I am doing great, and I'll be doing better. Still a little bit sick on my stomach. I'm drinking some tea. No, it wasn't due to a virus. Sarcoidosis is a disease of unknown origin, and there's no cure for it. So what they basically do, they treat the symptoms. The infusion I get is similar to chemo, but not chemo. It's still introducing a toxin into the body in hopes that it will shrink the lymph nodes and put me into remission. As of um, they up the dose of the medication. Thank you, Thank you. I wish you the best year too. The best year of your life. And I really believe that it's going to be. I have been feeling a shift since the latter part of last year. And the closer it got to the end of 2025, the stronger it has gotten. And I really do believe that 2026, hey Rayleigh, will be the best year for a lot of us. Um, I've asked God to just let me feel normal. Let me go back to feeling normal. And I was thinking, I don't even know what normal feels like. And I'm not crying because I'm upset. I'm crying because I'm happy. Because I do feel like this will be the year that I can get rid of all of this medical equipment. I won't have to go to the doctor 5, 6 times a month. I will not be hurting. Oh, what a day to wake up and not feel any pain. Yes, he will. He'll definitely provide. Um, During my infusion treatment on Tuesday, I got sick. Um, and they had to end the treatment a little bit early. And when I looked at, I'm sorry. Thank you, Jerry. Thank y'all for the Happy New Year wishes. I speak New Year blessings over you as well. Um, the first number I think of is 3. But I looked at the screen before I ended my live, and I could see the prayers of the people on my live praying. And I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for your prayers. Mm-hmm. So, thank you for praying. Taking the time out to do so. Because a lot of people were there. And I greatly appreciate y'all being there and supporting me. It makes a difference. I go by myself. And going live during my treatments, it really helps. It helps to know that I have people there, praying, talking. Oh my goodness. You have sarcoidosis as well, the Smith fam. So the battle that we're and the fight that we're up against daily. Thank you. Thank you. I see it. It said, let's all pray for her. Thank you. I need it. I appreciate it tremendously. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. Oh my goodness. My condolences to you, Kevin. I've been dealing with this for over 30 years now. Knowingly for over 30 years. Thank you, Vince. I thank y'all. Thank y'all for being here. And I didn't even let you'll be back. Okay. I look forward to seeing you when you come back. Happy New Year. And thank you for your prayer. Hey, Beth, I'm sorry. I called you Kevin. My condolences, Beth, on your loss. I didn't even let my family know that I was going live this morning because I know a lot of them stayed up. Hey, Lamont. A lot of them stayed up late, you know, bringing in the new year. So, um, mm, yes. So I didn't even want to not really say bother them, but I wanted them to get their rest. um, so I didn't even say anything. But I see Lamont is here. Thank you, Lamont. Um, but still, y'all are here. So I thank you. Aiden, thank you. Thank you. So I hope your 2026 has gotten off to a great start this morning. Here in Alabama, we're just like 8.5 hours into the new year, but still, it's been great. I'm here. You're here. Thank you, Lamont. Thank you. You're here. So, as long as we're here, as long as we have breath in our body, we can always, do better, be better. You heard someone say your name. What's your name? Um, Not too late as long as you have breath in your body. Not too late at all. Like I said, I didn't come on here with any particular. Yes, Kimmy, I'm okay. Kim, I'm sorry I called you Kim. Kim, I'm okay. Um, I have sarcoidosis. Sarcoidosis um, is an illness of unknown origin, and there's no cure for it. If you all um, remember the comedian Bernie Mac, um, he had passed away with complications of sarcoidosis. Um, it's not an easy, easy disease at all because it takes a toll on your whole body. I have it in various organs, skeletal, um, neurological, lungs, heart, skin, affects my eyes. So basically, it can affect any organ of the body. Um, I think I saw the Smith fam say that she takes methotrexate. I take it along with. I was taking it solely by itself, and then it stopped working, and then they put me on Humira, the injections, and I was just on that for a few months before it just totally stopped working, and it looked like I went back to the onset, how bad I was then. I'm still swollen. I'm on prednisone right now because of the infusion. I was getting a lot of respiratory infections, which is one of the. Hey, Kevin, I'm okay. Um, One of the complications of one of the side effects of taking the infusion. So the daily dose of steroids really helps. But I do the methotrexate once a week now, um, just to aid with to go along with the infusion treatments. So I don't know if I'm gonna remain on the methotrexate after the infusions are over with, or what we're gonna do. But yeah, I do feel like that this is the last year that I will be doing this. Oh, you take prednisone, not methotrexate. Okay. Now I can't take the prednisone, but I can take the Medrol. You just took your first dose of, okay. Okay. Well, please, keep in touch and let me know how you're doing with that. Because at this point, because like I said, there is no cure for it. They just treat the symptoms. Um, so if I hear about something new that I haven't tried, it's always worth me looking into and talking to my doctors about. Yes, Kevin, I am. I am very blessed. I'm blessed to just be here talking to y'all this morning. Somewhere someone is having a worse time than I am, and I realize that. So I don't complain. I just claim it. I just claim that this is not, this is not a permanent situation. And even if it is, it's okay because it's not always about me. Someone somewhere um, needs the encouragement that I will be able to give them by going through this. Okay, okay, Kevin. I hope you have a great day, a great year. And thank you for coming in. And same for you, Kim. No, not ever. Not ever. When I go to the doctor, even if I had a mind to complain, when I go to the doctor, I see people with the same disease that have not been battling it as long as I have. And not doing as well. Thank you, so not doing as well. Yes, Dawn, I'm okay. And that's why I said I want to come on. Start coming on. Happy New Year to you too, baby. Thank you. More because all y'all see of Denise Dreams is are my posts. You haven't gotten a chance to see me. And some of that was because of me. A lot of that was because of me. I didn't want to come on with the oxygen on because I didn't want people to feel sorry for me. I didn't want people to feel bad when they saw me, and um, I'm not as, upbeat right now because of the treatment. I'm still feeling a little bit nauseated and tired and weak from the treatment, but that's to be expected. In a couple of days, I'll be I'll look better. Oh, hey Hester, Happy New Year. Thank you, Dawn. I really appreciate that. Yes. So it took me a minute to get over that. And it, like I said, it wasn't, I felt like I was protecting everybody else. Yes, Dawn, I believe in God. And I believe that He is healing me even as I'm speaking. And I know that I'm stepping into the greatest year of my life because of my mindset, not because so much of my body and my health, but because of my mindset. Um, but yeah, I was a nurse and I'm used to taking care of people. And to become a patient was really hard. Is really hard at times still, but I'm getting better with that. And like I said, my thing was not wanting other people to feel bad, not wanting other people, to feel sorry for me because Lamar can tell you, I laugh most of the day. Most of the day, 95% of the day, I spend laughing. My kids say all the time that, oh, you'll live forever because you laugh at everything. Everything is funny. You really don't take anything too serious. And in life, you really can't. I mean, there are things that are out of our control. And the best way to get through them is with a positive mindset. And I haven't always done that. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I have. I haven't. Um, no, I've never done any clinical studies. I feel like I, I've been a guinea pig at the beginning of my diagnosis because no one could figure out what was wrong with me. Even being a nurse, even like I said, working with doctors, they didn't know right off what was wrong with me. So, no, um, I was misdiagnosed for for a good minute, and with the misdiagnosis came, they gave me the wrong treatment, because they didn't know what was wrong with me. Um, so no, I don't do the studies, not ever. Um, just do, kind of go along with what's working for me, and I have great doctors. I have the best doctors, I think. The best doctors for me, I'll put it like that. Um, if I don't go along with what they suggest, we compromise. We find something, that works for both of us. And even if they don't agree with what I want to do, they will still give me the freedom to do it because they know, I have enough sense that I'm going to come back and be like, hey, it's not working. Let's try it your way, or let's try something else. I live in Alabama. Here's the crazy thing about that. You're asking me what state I live in. I go to the beach here in Alabama. I used to go like 3 times a year. And when I was there, I could breathe. You're in Tennessee, okay? I could breathe better. I felt calm. I feel calmer when I'm there. Rarely need a breathing treatment, oxygen. So I don't know if it's just the calmness that I feel there that makes me feel so much better. I mean, not in as much pain when I'm there. I would love to live in Gulf Shores, but I'm blessed to be able to go. Um, I didn't go as many times last year because I started the infusion treatments and didn't know how it was going to make me feel. So I um, I canceled um, a couple of trips, the last 2 trips that I would have made last year. And when I finish, I probably still go this year. Um, More than likely after I finish my last treatment, that might be where I go to celebrate and just, as they say, woosah and relax and just reconnect. Um, Recharge after my last treatment. How are your doctors in Tennessee? Um, the Smith fam. I know. I was doing if you're talking about the Humira, and methotrexate also comes in a shot. I've done all of that. I've taken the pills, I've done the injections. Like I said, my recent treatment before getting the infusions was Humira, and that required a self-stick as well. Um, like I said, I was a nurse. Getting stuck did not bother me until I was getting stuck every, several times. And with the medication, the methotrexate, it causes your veins to harden, you know, um, and an accumulation of a lot of the medication does. So my veins aren't as good anymore. So I, um, I have a fear now, or not really a fear. I'm really uncomfortable getting stuck because I might have to get stuck 2 or 3 times to get a good one, to get a good get a line in, or just get the blood drawn. And um, now with me doing the infusions, they're able to do the blood draw and the infusion at the same. They do the blood draw first and then start the line. But I don't have to get stuck multiple times to get a blood draw. I don't have to go to the lab. They can just get it all one-stop shop. So I do like that. Yes. Yes, and I mean, before you start a new medication, while you're taking the medication, because they have to make sure you're not, having having toxicity to the medication that they're giving you. It's a lot. Like I said, I live over an hour away from UAB in Birmingham, Alabama. And all of my specialists are there. All of my doctors are in that area. So yeah, it takes a toll. It takes a toll on you. Usually, before I go to the doctor, I have sleepless nights. And it could just be for a checkup. I could be feeling great, and I still have anxiety a little bit when I go to the doctor because um, subconsciously I'm probably expecting to hear, bad news, even when I don't. And when I do hear bad news, it upsets me a little bit because I'm not expecting it because I'm always saying that everything is great, everything is fine. And I do believe that. And then when I hear it, that it's not, it kind of sets me back a little bit. So I have to, step back, recharge and refocus and a day or two and, talk to my family and we pray and then I'm back on course again. So like I said, it's all about mindset. You can prepare for a storm forever, but if you freak out when the storm happens, all that preparation was for naught. So same thing with life. I'm gonna go into it laughing, dancing, shouting, praising God, having a great time. Um, I have a great time. I have a great time everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. You and me both. I can never sleep during the hours of 3 and 5. I don't care if I go to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm always going to be up um, between 3 and 5. Well, the hour of 3, I'm always going to be up. Even if I wake up, like I said, go to bed at 2:30. I can go to bed at 2:45. I'm going to be right back wide awake either at 3 o'clock or a little bit after 3. That has been going on since I was a little girl. I understand the reason behind that. Um, and as the month goes on, like I said, I'll be on here every day for the month of January. And we'll go further into that if we'll talk about that. But honey, mine either. I just cut them all off. I cut them all off. They didn't know what it was. They didn't care to know what it was. They were like, "Oh, you don't look sick." I'm telling you, family is something else. My mom passed in '99, and I have siblings, and my dad, and I just cut them all off. Cut them all off. God gave me a whole new family, whole new tribe. Now my mom's sisters and brothers, my aunts and uncles and cousins on my mom's side, great, great. Um, they're getting older now, and I don't um, like they used to take me to the doctor or ride with me to the doctor, but now they're having health issues of their own. Excuse me. So I try not to ask them, for anything other than prayer now. They'll volunteer and I'll accept. If they want to pick me up and take me, it works out. But, yeah. But they don't. Like I said, blood relatives, like as far as, immediate family, like siblings and dad, I just cut them off, honey. Cut them off some years ago. And I have no regrets. Actually, it made my blood pressure a little bit better. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, I'm a crybaby too, honey. I become a crybaby. Um, Mm. I said I'm 54, and I've been doing this for over 30 years. So I've softened up a lot. I've become a crybaby. So it's okay. It's okay. Tears are, they cleanse the soul. It's okay to cry. Happy tears. Sad. It's okay to cry. A lot of people say you shouldn't cry, but why? Because it makes them feel better. If it makes me feel better, I'm doing it. So, hey, Janet, and that's what I'm gonna do. And I suggest that you too. Don't bottle anything up. I'm pretty sure that's a lot of how I got in this situation by bottling a lot of things up. um, Also, their lack of understanding or lack of wanting to understand, just going by what I look like on my good days, that's on them. I choose not to deal with it anymore. I can't. I stressed about it for years, and I was the only one that was ending up in the hospital behind stressing, um, behind something over something that I could not change. So once I cut them loose, I haven't been in the hospital since. I say even my blood pressure has been better. So you just do what you have to do. I'm not saying cut your family loose. That's what worked for me. Yes, always having to be the strong one, and that's what my mom would say all the time. Like so, she passed in '99 um, of breast cancer, and she would always tell me, and I'm the baby girl. She would always tell me, she was like, "You're the strong one," and I was like, "Why didn't you do this for me?" The things I would see her doing for my other siblings. Why didn't you do that for me? And she was like, "Because you're strong. You've always been independent. You've always liked being by yourself. Maybe I got comfortable being by myself and felt like I should be by myself. And y'all praise me for being by myself. It's not that I like being by myself. Growing up, I appreciate it more so now. But I don't think I did then. I think I just adjusted, because they said I did well by myself. But whatever, it's okay. Um, I don't fault anybody. Yes, stress will unalive you quicker than any illness. I don't think people really realize that, but it really will. Yes, I have um I have a cat here. I have a cat here. A kitten. And now when I have the portable oxygen on it, because it's not as loud, he's not as scared. But when I have the concentrator on, um the beeping noise, the that release noise that it makes, it kind of scares him. So I think he's hiding up under the sofa. He was, in front of me looking all, but looking scared and cowered down. But now I think he's found him a hiding spot somewhere. Um, he's gonna have to get used to it. I rescued him. Well, he found me. He chose me. He chose me 2 days before my birthday in August. And I just felt like, I was like, no, I'm not keeping this kitten because I don't even feel good. I don't even feel like getting up most days, to do anything for myself. My body hurts. I'm starting these infusion treatments. No, that would be punishment. Took him to the Humane Society, and they were saying that they didn't have funding, that if he weren't adopted by a certain time, he more than likely be put down. So I took him back home, and I was like, okay, well, I'll bring him back when I feel like y'all have some money. I took him back a second time, And the lady, she said, you're not gonna give him up. He has on clothes. Why would you buy him clothes? I put him back in the car. Put him back in the car. Just go ahead and put him back in the car. Yeah, God knew I needed company. I've always had, that was my, from March until August was the first time in my life I had never had a pet child in my house. Um, my granddaughter, my daughter moved back to Alabama. She was in Texas, so I'd had my grandcat, and she was 22 years old. She is 22 years old, and my daughter moved back. It was time for her to go live with her mama, you know, um, because my daughter was getting her every 2 weeks, and every time she brought her home, well, brought her to back, to my house, she was pouting and seemed to be depressed a little while longer, a little longer than she had previously, been. Hey, Beanie. I know I got your name wrong, baby, but I'm sorry. Beanish. And so I told I told my granddaughter, she's a black cat, and I told her, I was like, look, Missy, I, I realize it's time for you to go live with your mom. I'm doing good. How are you doing, sweetheart? And I spoke with my daughter, and my daughter said she'd been feeling the same thing, but she didn't know how I was gonna take it. So I told her, I said, yeah, I want to do what's best for her. She wants to be with her mama. If my mama showed up, if I could have my mama back, I would, love to be with my mama again. So yeah, let her go be with you. So that was in March, and I said, I'm not gonna get another pet child. And then in June, I got really sick, and then July, I started the infusion treatments, and I just felt like having a pet child at that point was, I couldn't take care of one, because like I said, there were days I wasn't even getting up out of the bed for anything, and then here comes Milton Leroy. Had a dream about him, and then he shows up. I was actually telling people about Milton Leroy on my first infusion treatment. Um, the dream that I had about an orange cat in July. And that's what me. I've never had a dream that didn't come true. So we were laughing about it. And I was like, I don't even do orange cats. Yeah, Milton Leroy. I don't even do orange cats. We always adopt black cats. And I was like, oh, I've never had an orange cat, so no, we're not doing that. And then here comes Milton Leroy, orange cat. I have sarcoidosis, Venus. I'm fine, and thank you. God is going to heal me completely. Um, it, so Milton, like I said, I took him to the Humane Society twice. Hey, Sarah, and brought him back home twice. And he's been here ever since. He's not going anywhere. That's my baby. He's not going anywhere. But because of him, I now have a reason to get up every day. And so yeah, God knew I needed him. He knew I needed him. And I think about how he came, into my life. I was up one morning, couldn't sleep, around 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'm hearing, meowing. And I'm thinking, oh, it's just because I'm missing my grandbaby. It's just my mind playing tricks on me. And I kept hearing it. So I stepped out of the back door. Thank you, Joanna. Happy New Year. And I stepped out of the back door, and it's like this street light was just shining right on him. He's just, down on the ground, just meowing at the top of his lungs, this little um, kitten. And I was like, nope, I am not going out there. His mother is probably hiding somewhere, and if I go out there and get that kitten, she's going to tear my butt up. So I raised the window in the kitchen, and I sat in the kitchen listening to him, watching, peeking out there every once in a while, watching, you know, to see if he was gonna, if his mother was anywhere around, if she was gonna come back and get him. So now it's like after 3 o'clock, and he's been out there for hours, just hollering at the top of his lungs. I go out there and get him, bring him in the house, give him a bath, because I have, had a granddaughter, pet child in the house, still had pet food for him, big kitten food. Because I remember during the pandemic, it was hard to find her food, so we, gotten just a variety of food that we could find. And I still had kitten food here. So brought him in the house, gave him a bath. He did great with the bath. And I'm like, okay, you still can't stay here, but you can't stay here without a bath overnight. So, so gave him a bath, fed him, and like I said, my intention was to take him and surrender him to the Humane Society, but because they didn't have funds, I brought him back home, took him back again, brought him back home, so he is at home. And like I said, God knew I needed Milton Leroy. But just like Milton Leroy was out there, he stayed in position to be rescued. And that's life. That's what we have to do. So many times we're in the right position, but we get impatient because I've done it. It's like cooking. You want the water to boil, so you go over there and you turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. And just like that, your attention can get off of it and it boils over, and you could possibly ruin the whole pot, then nobody eats. It probably end up almost burning the whole house down, depending on what you're cooking. So with that, I was thinking, Milton Leroy, he didn't care that I didn't come out there immediately. And nobody else is up that time of morning, obviously, but me. Because the way he was out there hollering and crying, everybody should have been up. But if we continue, if Milton Leroy hadn't have made a noise, I wouldn't have known he was out there. They always say the squeaky wheel gets the oil. Well, what I don't tell, I can't heal from. What I don't speak, I can't heal from. Because if I don't let other people know that I'm going through it, you don't know to pray for me. You just think I'm over here just skipping through the field with an empty Easter basket. But Milton Leroy, he stayed out there. He hollered. He didn't move one time from the first time I saw him till when I went out there to get him. So that is what I'm going to do. And that's what I suggest you all do. Let people know when you need help. Someone will come to your rescue, even if it's just to pray for you. Someone will come. God will send someone. He will send someone to aid you in your time of need. And stay in position. Stay in position to be rescued. So I didn't just rescue Milton Leroy. Milton Leroy rescued me. And in rescuing me, I learned a lesson from a kitten. He stayed in position, and look how God took care of him. He didn't know who was gonna come out there and pick him up, but he stayed there. I don't know how my healing is coming, but I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna be thankful in it until it happens, after it happens. Yeah. Yes. So just because you don't you don't see a way out doesn't mean that God is not working below the surface behind the scenes. When you plant a seed, you don't see the root sprouting. You only see it when it blooms on top. But the only way for it to bloom on top of the soil is for the roots to have sprouted beneath the soil. So like Hebrews 11:1, you don't always, you just have to have faith. You don't always have to see what God is doing to have faith that he is doing something. And because God always has our best interest at heart, you know that it's going to be good. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be a lot better than you could have ever done it. I guarantee you that because I've tried. I've tried. I'm one that will, like I said, keep going over there. The stove, if it's not boiling fast enough, I was that one that would keep going up there, just inching the temperature up a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Then it boils over. Run the whole pot, you know. So, no more. I call that self-sabotage. I have done that. Self-made pain. I have done that for years, trying to figure out how to do things on my own. When I say that I'm thankful for sarcoidosis, some people misunderstand that. But because of sarcoidosis, I was sat down. I was laid down, honey, beyond sat down. Um, I had to deal with a lot of issues from childhood. If it had not been for me, for sarcoidosis, I probably would have never dealt with them because I was always working, taking care of other people, and that was my way of not having to deal with what I needed to deal with, you know, myself. And mm, so I'm thankful. I know this is part of my journey, part of my training period, you know. In order to make it to where I need to be, I have to go through some things. We all do. Um, just can't graduate high school and walk into the emergency into the OR and declare yourself a brain surgeon. There's training in between, you know. That so as with life, there's training to get to where we need to be. Um, and I'm thankful for it. And if you've ever been, you know, trained in any aspect of life, and I mean like for a job, anything, sometimes it's not easy. You know, studying up all night, cramming for tests. You know, and some of us aren't good test takers. You know, we get nervous, even though we know the information. We still may not pass the test, you know. So it's not easy. The training is not always easy. But after you get the training and the reward of your accomplishments, it's worth it. And to be rewarded by God, to walk in the purpose that God has for me, there's no greater reward. If there is, you know, I don't want it. I used to pray for purpose. I didn't know that this was going to be a part of it. I didn't know that this was going to be a part of it. Yes. But y'all, I'm getting a little bit tired. So, like I said, I didn't come on to stay on for a long time. I just wanted to thank everybody for being here and thank everyone for their prayers during my infusion treatment on Tuesday. I greatly appreciate the prayers and the support. Oh, but I'm gonna lay back down and get a little bit more rest. And I'll be back on here tomorrow. More than likely, it will be in the morning. Um, yeah, because I'm usually up at 3, like I said, up between 3 and 5, but I say 3 and 5, but a little bit after 3, I'm usually up every day. So, and then I sleep and nap most of the day. But like I said, I'll be feeling better. I'm only feeling a little bit down because of the treatment, the infusion treatment that I had the other day and on Tuesday. So I'll be feeling better from that. The nausea will subside from that. I'll be feeling better. But thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming over here and hanging out with me this morning, and Happy New Year. And let's get ready. We're already in it. Let's get ready for the best season of our lives. Because I feel it. No matter how bad my body feels, my spirit still feels that this is the best year. This is the best year. Okay. I'll see y'all in the morning. Like I said, probably around the same time. I'm on Central Standard. I don't even, what is Central Eastern? Central Standard Time. And I'll see y'all in the morning. I can't say exactly what time, but probably between 7, a little bit after 7. Y'all have a great day. I love y'all. Be blessed. I'll see y'all in the morning.